That's the bell. Please be seated. Quiet in the back. Open your books to chapter 15. Last class we discussed how to build the best chemistry offensive line. Now, today we're going to discuss how you can build the best chemistry defense. For those looking to buy or sell Madden Ultimate Team coins, check out the MUT store. They have cheap prices, fast delivery, and great customer service. Use code Texas at checkout for a 10% discount. This build will revolve around 3 specific players. If you guys want to recreate it, hopefully you guys have the coins to. If not, do your best. At right outside linebacker, we got your Davian Clowney. At middle linebacker, we happen to have the flashback Luke Kuechly. And at left outside linebacker, we got the Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller. Before we get started, anybody got any questions they want to ask? That's a really good question. The reason why we're using these 3 players is because, for one, they link up with not only each other, with other cards over here in this game, which then will give you some good players to use. A lot of these chemistries may force you to use certain players you don't want to use. For example, the Philadelphia Eagles chemistry, while dope for the linemen, it forces you to use a Jordan Hicks 88 overall at linebacker. That is not a guy I would want to use on my team, especially with all the other linebackers over here in this game. So because a lot of these guys you can use are top at their position, this is why I'm using these specific players. I spit there. No more questions? All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. Before we build our lineup, I'm going to show you guys my equipment and my coach and my stadium. The stadium is the most important part of this build. Without the stadium, none of this is possible. Trust me, I've tried. There's a few things I possibly can do in offense and maybe get the chemistries required and needed. But outside of starting that Paul Krause on offense, which messes up my offensive build, this is how it has to be done. So we got the pick specialist stadium, edge blitzing, lockdown, away uniforms, and our coach happens to have ankle breaker and edge setter. All these guys are vital. You can mix and match whoever you like. So if you guys have a different offensive chem, you can probably get an EP head coach and go with a lockdown edge setter uniform. It's the same thing. I just have it this way because my offense requires ankle breaker because of that Ezekiel Elliott, which you guys have seen me play with throughout. But this defense is something a little bit differently, so let's go ahead and get to constructing it. Let's go ahead and get started. In the first, damn it, phone. Turn your phones off in the class. Do as I say, not as I do. And the first we're making today is going to be building around this Luke Kuechly in order to get him up to tier 2 for Carolina chemistry. And that's pretty easy. There's 2 guys over here in this game you can pick up that both have Carolina chem and line pusher that go hand in hand with one another. That's going to be the K1 Short as well as the star Lute Talele. With those 2 added now, let's go ahead and focus on the edge blitzing. That's both on Clowney and the Von Miller. And these are actually easy to get, especially with the additions made over here in this game recently. So I have a uniform right now that's locked down in edge blitzing. And at left end, we went out and made a purchase. We went out and got the milestone version of the Vic Beasley. He's edge blitzing and edge setting. So him having edge blitzing with the uniform as well as those 2 players automatically gives that +1 speed boost that we've been looking for. So right now, Clowney's tiered up at edge blitzing, and so is the Von Miller. And now to get Clowney's edge setting active, look no further than the milestone version of Olivier Vernon. There's so much block shit in this lineup right now. Olivier Vernon boosts everybody's block shit by 2. So Clowney has 98. Vaughn has high block shit. Star, K1, Vic Beasley, all these guys are at least 90 block shit, which means we should do a good job when it comes to stopping the run. So now, on the Davian Clowney, all we're missing is the field general chemistry, which gives him another +1 speed boost. And to get that active, look no further than the Team of the Year, Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is field general and Seattle chem. But before we get to the Seattle chemistry part of this, let's go ahead and build up the Bronco part. So Von Miller's maxed out with edge blitzer. He also needs to get his Denver chem active. And because of the Team of the Year promo, there were 2 cornerbacks added to this game in order to make this happen. One of them was the Chris Harris, one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and I'm so fortunate he has lockdown defender. A lot of his cards throughout the year had deep defender, and I was so rooting for him not to have it, and EA did a good thing and gave him lockdown. And with him being in our lineup, as well as the uniform, we're one away from getting lockdown active. And then to pair up with Bobby Wagner, we went out and got the Richard Sherman. So lockdown chemistry is now fully active. Sherman and Chris Harris. Now for the dangerous part of this team build. So dangerous, I gotta put on some gloves. I gotta put on some gloves because this next part is going to be kind of dangerous. At cornerback number 3, we got the volatile, aggressive Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib makes things so dangerous at this position. Why you barking though? You just gonna bark though? Why, for real? All right, Aqib Talib though. See, Aqib Talib puts fear in the mind of dogs. She barks mid-video. She never barks mid-video unless somebody's outside. So this dude's crazy and she can sense it. But with him being here, we have the Denver Chem active up to tier 2, and now we have pick specialists up to 1.5. And the only guy to basically make the pick specialist active as well as benefit other parts of my team was this Kurt Coleman. Now, I could have added Clinton Dix. He just did not go up to a 95 overall, and I don't care for big hitters, so we passed on him. But Kurt Coleman and them are basically the same players, so if you guys try to build this lineup at your house or wherever you are, you can pretty much substitute Kurt Coleman for the Clinton Dix. Same player, just different chemistries. And now we are 1 away from getting Seattle chemistry, and I bet you guys can guess who we got at strong safety. It's pretty simple. It's Cam Chancellor. So that's going to be the defense. Everybody on this defense has at least tier 2 chemistry. Pick specialist, lockdown, field general, line pusher, Carolina Chem, and all these guys get a +2 block shed increase. Let me know down in the comments section below. This is one of the best defenses you guys have ever seen over here in this game. If not, let me know what defenses are better. I don't think you get much better than this outside of spending a bunch of extra coins on players with the +1 treatment. You know what I'm saying? The +1 treatment. And there's the bell. Class is dismissed. See you next time. Professor Tex signing out. I look stupid. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yo, really? Why is this right here? What the fuck? Damn it! Also, forgot to mention backups, so I guess this is going to be extra credit. You can pretty much add anybody you want to at your backups, because once these chems get active, anybody with the pick specialist, lockdown defender, field general, all these guys get the chemistry no matter what, so it's pretty easy to add some guys. So obviously, for Denver Chem, you got the TJ Ward, you have the lockdown cornerback, as well as Denver Chem Bradley Roby. At free safety, you got the Darian Stewart, and at left end behind the Vic Beasley, if he's just not strong enough to stop runs for you because he's kind of smaller, you got Derek Wolf. He's an 85 overall, but he has line pusher, Denver Chem, and edge setter, which gives this guy 97 blocks, I believe. And with the addition of Vernon, that turns to 99. So a lot of guys you can pick up in order to make this stuff work, as well as the Deion Sanders. Go get one. If you guys know how to get one, follow me on Twitter. Don't do that because I might give anything away. What am I doing? Follow ScoMo on Twitter. His link will be in the description. Tell him I sent you. Peace.